This is Live Topic, and today we're going to discuss New Year's in Japan. Right, so in America, or the West in general, oftentimes New Year's is celebrated on New Year's Eve, usually filled with debauchery and with your friends and family, and or just waiting for the ball to drop, whether it be in Times Square or in someone's living room. Right, and oftentimes you see people wearing like the glasses and like with the current year on it, some party hats, and something's gonna pop off, maybe a firework, and of course the most important thing is that you give your significant other a kiss at the end of the night, hoping for a good new year, right? And at this time, everyone's just partying, having a good time, and then New Year's Day comes and everyone just gets the day off and they're just debating whether or not they want to go with some New Year's resolutions. Japan, has some similar vibes to that. I mean, there's a lot of, people will be in the living room, maybe they'll be partying with some friends, stuff like that, and there is a TV program on where there's a lot of dancing, nostalgia going on from previous years, and a ball drop and all that kind of stuff. But what really makes Japanese New Year special is what comes afterwards, right? So Japanese New Year overall is called Oshogatsu, right? Oshogatsu is just the general terminology when it comes down to the Japanese New Year holiday. And it does comprise about 15 days, right? So first things first, after all the shenanigans happen, right? All the TV program ending, the New Year's come along, and in this case, this year, 2020 has arrived, right? So what happens then? Well, down at the shrine, the shrine will ring bells. I think it was something around like 180 times to dispel supposedly the bad or evil spirits that might be, and the bad thoughts that are harboring people from the previous year, right? And trying to basically go into a clean slate into New Year. And those bells and that time frame signifies the time to go visit your shrine, right? So a shrine in Japan is called a jinja, right? Not ginger, jinja, right? So at that point, you're now about to go on and embark on what the Japanese call Hatsumode. Hatsumode is when you're taking your visit to the shrine during the New Year's holiday. So here we are. I'm actually with my family here. We're about to embark on our Hatsumode to, get our fortunes for the new year coming up, whether it be from traffic safety to your general well-being, or even, like financial, stability. You can come to the shrine to pray for that, right? Now, this is, they're not really expecting much. It's like 5 yen or something like that. It's nothing significant. It's just a little patronage to the shrine for the upkeep and everything else like that. And also they sell other things like, Aomamori, which is like these little lucky charms, which basically is the same thing as like those prayers, but you're taking it in a physical form for protection. Now it's morning, well rested after visiting the shrine and stuff like that the night before, and everyone's probably thinking in their head, well, now it's time to go to the Buddhist temple so that way, we can get rid of our bad luck and stuff like that for the oncoming new year. Well, a lot of times, and most people do decide to do that on the New Year's Day, right? But, it can be quite hectic, as we'll see in a little bit, how busy it gets on that. It can take all day just to get in and out of the temple itself. So, my family and I decided that we were actually going to visit other family that we don't normally get to see very much throughout the year and have osechi ryori, which is the Japanese New Year's food, which is basically an assortment of vegetables and meats and things like that, and they'll have some kind of significance for the challenges that might be brought upon you for the coming new year. So, I don't know all the different pieces, and I don't know all the specific meanings behind each and every single one of the foods, but a good example would be the black bean, or the kuromame, right, which is a sweet bean. It's really delicious, to be honest, but it represents good like health and also hard work, right, diligence and stuff. And these are considered virtues and good things to have in Japanese culture, which I guess you could say in really any culture, right? But definitely emphasizing Japanese culture to work hard, and the black bean really does symbolize that in this case. I guess it's a nice way of doing it because it's nice and sweet, so if you can associate sweetness with hard work, that's something I wish a lot of people could put in their mind, including myself, right? Basically, that's what we did. We just spent time with the family, and then we gave out the money slips to all of the little kids that are in the family for the coming year. It's really that this is what people do. So as I mentioned in my previous video with Christmas, right? Christmas isn't really celebrated as much, like where there's a lot of presents giving. Like there might be something, but like most of the kids are looking forward to New Year's and they're about to get cash. Now it's up. What do you think? I mean, you know, would you rather have a bunch of cash or would you rather have a bunch of presents? In Japan, you don't have to worry about getting the wrong present. You just get the money and then you can go buy what you want with it, right? So I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. It's some people might say it's less personal, but you know, that's the tradition here, and the kids seem to enjoy it. That sign right there, it says another 100 meters until the entrance of the temple, and mind you, I had waited some time before that. You can tell, obviously, it's a very busy time. Now, obviously, maybe the next day would be less busy because this is the day before everyone starts work again, and it's going to maybe be the most crowded time, arguably, I'm not really sure, to basically go to the temple, right? But in my opinion, Japanese people are going to the temple basically all, and shrines and temples all the way through the 15th of the month of January, so that way, you know, it really is an ongoing process. I'm sure other days aren't as crazy as that. So this form right here, right, we're filling out is because, you know, if you look at the calendar there, it could give you an idea if you're bad luck here or not. I wasn't, but it was my first time at the temple, so I decided to go with the flow anyway. And basically, once you get in line, you get inside this temple here, and they got these monks that are going to pray for you and smoke out all the bad stuff, I guess. They put your little prayer board thing there and basically cleanse the bad luck for the year. Right, so this is where I'm actually cleansing myself with the smoke. As you can see, it smells nice, feels great. And as you're about to see, you know, in most temples and shrines, they set up a lot of different shops and vendors and stuff like that on the outside, especially during the holiday. And basically that's what we're witnessing now. Right, to give you some example of what I'm talking about, they just have some yakitori right there, you know, grilled chicken on a stick, right? And then you've got manju, which is like a mochi with different things inside, usually a bean paste of some kind, right? And there's different flavors of manju out there. And of course right here we got takoyaki, which is like grilled octopus, right? And then you can't ever miss the sweets as well. We got some choco banana as well, which is just basically like a carnival food in America, right? Like where you got a dipped, you know, banana and with chocolate or other kind of flavor and the sprinkles and things like that. And you can't be in Japan if you don't know about Ika, right? Which is the squid, and everyone just eats that in every form and fashion in Japan. And my personal favorite is coming up right here, which was the grilled fish, traditional Japanese style grilled fish, and it was quite delicious, honestly. So if you're coming from the West like me, a good way to kind of envision what Japanese New Year really it means and signifies, it's kind of a combination of different events and holidays all in one, right? So it's very similar to like the Western Christmas in the sense that there's religion from Shintoism and Buddhism involved, and you got the long winter break, right? And then, of course, you got the money giving to the children, stuff like that, so that way, you know, it's like, you're kind of like giving a Christmas present, right? And then you have the whole New Year's thing, of course. You got the resolutions, you got preparing for the new year, watching the ball drop and being together family and all that kind of stuff, but also spring cleaning. So while spring cleaning comes later in the West, Japan kind of does it a lot earlier, right? So before the Hatsumode, before everything else, they do the spring cleaning, whether that's cleaning the outside sidewalk, the gutters, taking care of the plants, and also any of the housework that needs to be done on the inside, stuff that maybe has been neglected throughout the year. Now that you have time off, and you know, which is a good few period of days, you know, you got time to make things get in order, right? That's kind of the way the Japanese view it. So that was basically my experience with the New Year's here in Japan. You know, obviously, there's other things that I wish I could have taken part of and I wasn't. So technically, New Year's, like I said, ends on the 15th, right? And that's where they do the dondayaki, which is like a burning of the Japanese, like all those things that you bought at the shrine, stuff like that. You kind of do the ceremonial bonfire, basically to release the energy into the air, and basically, you know, it just kind of finalizes like the good luck for the coming new year, right? And this is done throughout the shrines throughout all of Japan, right? So if you found this video interesting and you enjoyed it, I would appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and if you can, share it, and I will see you all next time.